Right, we're here. We're live and alive. We're here. Again, we're not live, but we are here. It's episode 2 of the 716 pod with my co-host Kai and me, Dylan. Um, yeah, so we haven't thought of a title for this episode yet, but I'm sure we can figure one out once the
Well, it'll come
recording
to us,
process
you know.
concludes. Yeah.
Cross that bridge when we get there. Who needs a title? Who needs
hmm
a title? I don't know. Something about like I don't know, like stealing the look. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
That'll make sense after we talk about what we have planned to talk about. But I don't know. It's the end of January, so I
it is.
hope you guys have had a good kickoff to your 2026. I don't know, like I wasn't like I'm not crazy on resolutions, but I think we both kind of talked about how we want to be a bit more fit in
hmm
2026.
I
But
haven't done shit yet. I haven't done anything. I've not set foot in a gym.
um yeah, so just I don't know, like in what is anything really new? Does anything ever actually happen?
That's a good segue. I was thinking of like the chud or whatever the nothing ever happens guy from
hmm
like the meme. I was thinking about that this morning because we've got like this historic snowstorm to hit North Carolina again, apparently. Like last week there was supposed to be one. Jack shit happened. And then today was supposed to we were supposed to get like 9 or 10 inches of snow, and there wasn't like a single drop until 5 or 6. I say drop like it's a supreme drop or something, like a hype beast drop, but not a single piece of snow or a bit of precipitation at all. But now it's going, and hopefully we'll get a bit more since snow is always nice. It's rare here, so
No, definitely. Do you who's on shoveling duty?
who's on shoveling duty?
That's got to be you, right?
Yeah, probably. I saw like the shovel, and then my dad conveniently placed it right at the bottom of the steps just so I could see it. And I was like, yeah, I know I'm gonna be out there tomorrow morning
Uh,
probably.
that and a bucket of salt. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we don't have a bucket of salt. We don't have that on our person. We don't really need it most of the time. So I might just be like putting like some Himalayan salt on the from like a shaker. Whatever
Dude,
salt we have.
anything helps. Trust, bro. Trust. Uh, oh my days. Okay, so I guess do we want to start with like the AI stuff?
Yeah.
Like what was the point there? I forget.
I remember you sent me a reel. I just realized I'm doing like the Tate like hand gesture right now. Like the thing where
Oh,
it's the
I was doing
it
Trump hands.
it was the reel from that one reel that you sent of this one girl in her car, and then she was talking about dudes at the gym, and she's like, dudes are always so loud. I've never heard like dudes are like screaming and moaning and everything. And then imagine if girls were in the gym and they were like, ah, so
hmm
like but the twist was with this video was the fact that it was completely it wasn't even an original posted from someone who wanted to make an AI video. They just completely copy and pasted the girl in the video, made her look a little different, and then it was the exact same video concept
hmm
and script as a video that was made by a human. So the fact that you can't, and they're basically identical, like you can't
Yeah.
distinguish between the two. So the fact that that could happen when you're trying to come up, you're trying to make something and produce it, put it out on the internet and hopefully gain traction, like the idea of someone who's just quick and savvy with AI, just completely jacking your clip or jacking your original concept and putting it out there and getting double the views or double the
Mm-hmm.
attention because it's AI is
Mm-hmm.
it's a frightening prospect for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's like what Dylan like didn't mention was like this like AI recreation video is just like literally like a skinnier, prettier, whiter woman
Hmm.
say, making like the same points so the video would go viral like which but
Not even
I
the same points, just basically
yeah no yeah
exactly copying it.
yeah like the same word like it's like they just like morphed her face into something else it is like that takes I don't know, like however long for someone to do, like seconds, and
Hmm.
it just destroys like the integrity of creation, in my opinion. And I really, it's it's really like confusing to me for people who like take the opinion that this like doesn't really matter, or that
Yeah.
it's like oh it's just like new tech, like it's literal like plagiarism and defamation of people's character. Like I I don't understand how you could trivialize something like that. I don't know.
Hmm.
And it's
And
scary also to think about. Yeah.
yeah. So I was thinking of just setting the record straight and creating a nemesis already. We already have an op. It's AI, it's Sora, it's all of that. All those AI video softwares, we have an op now. So I don't know how we'll plot against them in the future, but big things are coming. We're cooking
Okay.
up.
Okay, yeah, this is an anti-AI podcast for
Exactly.
sure. Okay.
Anti-AI for sure. Not to mention all the environmental impacts, the
Oh, yeah.
ethical considerations with misinformation, and
Hmm.
there was a guy I heard a story about a guy who wanted a salt substitute because he was having heart problems in his older age. He was like in his 60s, 70s. And one of the suggestions was I might be getting this wrong or whatever the like element or chemical was, but it was like bromine, and bromine was used like back in the day as like a salt substitute in like the mid 1800s, but people found out that it was like it could kill you. And
Hmm.
basically within like 2 weeks of eating it or consuming it. It's used for um it's used in like pool cleaning supplies.
Okay.
So, and I Googled it after. I was like, how the fuck does someone get their hands on this? So
Hmm.
I Google it, and then the only things that popped up were from like pool stores, like pool centers. Like you could
Yeah.
only buy it through like those things that you put in your chlorine pool. And so the idea of just a like a middling 60s man like walking into the fucking what's the name of the pool store? Like I forget the name, but just going in there and being like, "Yes, one
I
of
don't know
these."
about any pool stores. My bad.
Fuck.
I thought that was not a good interjection, but like I was like, yeah, oh yeah, like what one of those pool stores? Like, dude, I do not know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know for like pool supplies. I need to
Like, but
find
like
the
they have like standalone stores for
yeah.
pool supplies. That must be
Uh-huh.
like a southern thing. I guess not as many people have pools around here. This is like a Carolina thing?
Um pool maybe. No, no, no. It can't be North.
Pools are us.
They had them in New York, I swear.
Pool,
I feel like pool store. I'm Googling right now. And like, what does Joe Rogan do or say? He's like, Jamie, get on that.
Jamie,
Jamie,
bring that up. Bring that up. Get that on the screen.
pull that up. Once you get a little more high tech, I really want to
Dude,
start doing that.
it, in theory we could do like a screen share, but I feel like we shouldn't try to figure that out like mid
True.
in the
Yeah.
middle of this. Um,
Pinch a penny pool. Never heard of that. Is it Aqua
wait,
Leisure Pool?
so he goes in to get he buys the bromine like from the pool kit,
Yeah.
and he's like breaking it down like into his food to, like
Mm-hmm.
using it as a seasoning. Jeez,
Because ChatGPT told him to, bro.
that's fire. Ugh, so fucking dumb. Like he's just like, oh yeah, like ChatGPT told me to do that. Like, yeah, like it's good. Like he didn't like Google this at any point, like cross reference. It literally says at the bottom of ChatGPT, like, yo, like you should probably double check some of this shit sometimes. Like,
Yeah. Yo, this shit can hallucinate, bro. Just letting you know. By the way, and you won't know unless you know, but like this
yeah,
shit
like
will straight up hallucinate.
yeah, this shit will like make something up and just like frame it as objective truth, by the way.
And then the whole like sycophantic thing where it's like, oh, ChatGPT, I've decided to cheat on my wife because please tell me if I'm in the wrong or not. They're like, no, you have been feeling very lonely, and then they haven't been considering your like
Like
your need for attention, you know?
although cheating is generally considered wrong and frowned upon, you do raise some good points. I totally get where you're coming from because it's designed to be like agreeable and just sort of cater to whatever you're expecting from it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And then if you want to retain like the user base, then you've got to the whole thing with algorithms and like what like that we touched on in the previous podcast. Maybe not so much um like straight up or black and white, but these platforms require you to keep coming back and visiting. And
Hmm.
so they're going to develop systems in order to make that possible. Just make it as addictive as possible because that just means more money and more investors essentially like pouring money into them expanding. So
Hmm. Yeah,
it's a
no,
trip.
totally agreed. Um, we have there's a new Epstein leak.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
or not, I guess leak, not really leak. They released some new files. I mean, we don't need to dwell on this. It's mostly pretty horrible stuff, but
Hmm.
there's I mean, relatively funny clip that came from this, or
Oh, was it a clip or was it like a
not a clip, but a screenshot of these emails
yeah.
from everyone's favorite loser, Elon Musk,
Hmm.
inquiring about some party in what like Saint Vincent, Saint
Little St. James is what it
Little
was
Saint
called.
James, yeah. And like he like reaches out like in like the most like cringe like he says like, oh, like I heard there was a party.
I have the
And
transcript right here. I pulled it
okay,
up for you.
please read. Please read.
So he starts off, and this was like why did I have it in my head? This was like 2016. I guess it doesn't have a year, but he's like, "Hi, Jeff. I was thinking of flying down for an epic vacation, right?"
Let's get Cindy.
Redacted, by the way. Redacted told me you were planning a party. Parentheses, girls with
For
two
the
exclamation with two exclamation marks after girls. Girls, the FTW for the win. Epic sauce, you know. Epic bacon time, you know,
win.
like
Oh
all
my
that
God,
bullshit, dude. And then I cleared my calendar. What are the details? Thank you, good sir.
dude. And then and then Epstein forwards this to uh Gazelle Maxwell, whatever her fucking name
Ghislaine,
is.
Ghislaine,
Yeah.
whatever you prefer.
Uh, and she's like, "Oh, so awkward. Sorry. Like, we actually aren't having a party anymore." It's like,
The
holy
parties are
shit.
over. They're canceled. We're done. No, but the funny thing is that you see the chain and you see JEE vacation, of course, and typical like he does.
JEE vacation is Epstein's email for those who
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah.
So it's the typos, like filled with typos, but it's like a super quick sort of like I'm just picturing him like drunk and annoyed at his computer, and then he says, "Deal with this, than you," and then he forwards it over to he was like, "Than you." And then 4 visits to Ghislaine, and then she's like, "I'm so sorry, Elon. You just missed JE. He actually told me he was thinking of winding down the entire Little St. James operation. Bummer,
Come on.
bummer. If it starts up again, we'll be sure to let you know." You know?
And it's like, oh my God. Like that's so fucking embarrassing. Like you have all this money and you're still to this day, you are getting exposed as the fringe guy in high school, in college, and now as a grown ass man. Like not even and it's like you don't want to like joke about it too much, but it's like not even like the worst fucking people in the world want to fucking hang out with you.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Just
ridiculous, bro.
just can you imagine how insufferable you have to be?
Hmm.
And just like socially inept. Like no amount of money, no amount of training, no amount of like people fucking kissing your feet like can teach you how to be normal because you're just so sick in the fucking head.
Yeah,
It's like
dude.
it's just wow.
I mean we did like sort of
We had this guy working in the fucking White House.
doing Nazi salutes, bro. Like the most heinous evil people. I kind of I'm thinking of the idea. He's like, oh, some people actually think I'm cool. Wait, these neo-Nazis and dark MAGA people, they think I'm cool, dude. Oh my God, let me do a Nazi salute just so like.
Yep. Yep.
I feel like you surmised it pretty well last night, though, when we came across the email leaks, and you were like, no amount of money can unlame someone, you
Yeah,
know? And
it's
then I feel
true.
like that's a good footnote to leave that.
It's true. No amount of money could unlame you, but a certain amount of money could change your life.
Hmm.
How do you get a certain amount of money? You rob a bank. Woo! All right, okay.
It was
So,
the most unenthusiastic transition I've ever. How do you get money? Robbing a bank.
I don't know.
No, no, let me try.
I
Let
was
me
trying.
try. So
Let's see.
let me try. Right. So what does that remind me of? That reminds me of the sloth in Zootopia 1 at the DMV. What's out in theaters right now? Zootopia 2. Right. And then we'd go into like Judy Hopps and like we'd talk about like Jason, whatever his name is, Bateman, I think, who's the fox. And then we'd just talk about the, uh
Okay.
stuff surrounding Judy Hopps and the fandom that you know what I'm talking about. But
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
we're not going to divulge that. We've gotten into enough debauchery already. But anyway, heist movies. Sorry for that useless aside, but
Okay, you know, we're good. I mean, Judy Hopps though.
Judy Hopps. Yeah. I forgot. Did I say Judy Hopps? I forgot her name. Yeah, Judy Hopps. Wow. All right. Anyway, anyway.
Moving on. How do you get your hands on a lot of money? You rob a bank. Like
Yeah.
why do we all love heist movies? Because you want to feel like Robin Hood. Like it makes you feel like a badass. It's
Hmm.
exhilarating.
Yeah.
It's like the taboo of like I don't know. You know, you have the thoughts of like, oh, like what if I just like reached for the cop's gun? What if I just reached across the register and
An
dug my hand in
intrusive
the
thought. An
cashier? Yeah, like
intrusive
the
thought.
intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
It's like
You would never act on them, of course.
exactly, but
Of course.
it's really fun to watch like a group of people like sit down and decide to act on it, you know?
Hmm.
I think and the just the different takes on it, the different ways it could go, it makes for a really exciting flick. So today we're gonna break down like a few of our favorite heist movies
Yeah.
for you guys. So hopefully you can take away a few recommendations from this. And uh for me, I guess I can try to start. I really like uh let's see what should I do first?
Dude, there's so many. Dude, I saw the Over the Hedge pick and I was like,
Yeah, okay.
Dude,
I
I
guess.
forgot that about that movie, and I loved it growing up. I forget, I
Yeah,
don't know
no.
anything that happens in it, but
Over the Hedge is like I remember the first time I watched it, I think I was at like um Sunday school in church.
damn,
And
okay.
they let us go watch it. Just to keep us entertained. But it's for those who might be unaware, it's an animated film from like the mid 2000s, I want to say. Um and the main character is a squirrel?
Squirrel. No, I think the squirrel is I think it's a
No,
hedgehog. Hedgehog? No,
hedgehog. He's a
is it?
hedgehog. Yeah, because it's over the hedge, right?
Yeah, that's what
So
I'm thinking. I remember the squirrel was the one with like
yeah.
ADD and like was like super hyper. And then
Okay.
there was a tortoise or like a turtle that was like it was kind of like a mini Winnie the Pooh almost because Winnie the Pooh, each of the characters signify like a mental health condition. I don't know if that's like real or legit. I
Oh,
just might have made
in
that up, but
I think I've heard that actually. I no,
I'm
that's
seeing
fact.
parallels with Over the Hedge and kind of like it's kind of like Fantastic Mr. Fox a little bit because aren't the
Hmm.
humans the antagonists in this, you know?
Yeah, humans are antagonists, and also there's this bear that's an
Oh,
antagonist as
yeah.
well.
Hmm.
'Cause and it's a heist movie because our main character, this hedgehog, he like owes a bunch of junk food to the bear, and the bear is like coming for his get back. And he's like, the hedgehog is like, okay, like I need to figure out how the hell I'm gonna get my hands
The junk food.
on this food. So he meets and convinces the other animals to break into homes and steal food so that he can pay back his debt. So
Hmm.
it's heist in that they're breaking into like these suburban homes, and then the main human antagonist is the exterminator who's tasked with stopping the break-ins.
Right.
But for a like children's animated movie, I haven't watched it in a minute, but I just remember it being just really like intriguing, like the pacing, even for the time the animation was pretty good. And I mean it has recognizable names. I mean like Wanda
Who's in it?
Sykes.
Okay.
Avril Lavigne is in there.
Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne, yeah, Bruce Willis,
Dang.
Steve Carell. So there's some heavy hitters on the voice casting there. So which makes it a which sells it because I mean those guys are like good at voicing characters. Obviously, it's what they
Hmm.
fucking do. Um, so yeah, that's our first shout at the heist, the junk food stealing critters.
Yeah, it's kind of
Uh,
like Uncut Gems a little bit with Howard Ratner, and you could honestly talk about Uncut Gems too. Adam Sandler, there's like mafia guys that are looking to uh get money that he's or get money from Howard because he owes it, and then
hmm
he just continues to like parlay it and like gamble it. So
hmm
it's not necessarily a heist movie, but in some ways it could be interpreted as such. But I see another one, American Animals. I'm not sure if I've seen that.
And I think that one is a cool concept because it's an art heist. So
Uh-huh.
they're going on after something of value. They're not
Yeah.
robbing just a bank.
So it's like
Um,
Lupin almost. Have you seen that on
mm-mm,
Netflix?
mm-mm,
That's really good. It's a French show and it's based off of Lupin, who is like a famous French like novel character. And he's basically this international man of mystery, not to get
mm,
confused with Austin Powers, but like international, like very like fluent in multiple languages,
mhm.
and he conducts art heists as well. And then Lupin, the TV show, is really good, and it goes into the same sort of plot lines and shenanigans, hijinks that Lupin gets into. So
Okay.
in the book. But what else do we have here? We have Ocean's 11, which is phenomenal.
Hmm.
No notes, to be honest. It's a heist movie where George Clooney just basically recruits 11 guys that are at the top of their sort of fields in the crime world, and then they all band together to rob a Vegas casino, and it's incredible. The only like critique that I have of the film is Don Cheadle, bro. Don Cheadle, man. I love Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle's a great actor, but that British accent, man, is awful. I can't see past. He's like, you know what going on? Yeah, no, I'm from, yeah, no, I'm from London. No, no, no. And he's like, oh, I need to watch the movie again and see just how bad it is, but it's awful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the range of American actors, like the range of the average American actor, I think is a lot more limited
yeah.
than the range of the average British actor.
Hmm.
Like just like when a Brit plays an American, you can't tell. When an American plays a Brit, you're like, all right, bro.
Pack it up, pack it up. Have you seen Mary Poppins? Mary
Oh
Poppins.
no, no.
What's his name? There's the American Dick Van Dyke, and he's
Hmm.
famous in the UK. Everyone sort of talks about how terrible his British accent. You are what, Mary Poppins? Like, like just awful. And then another one, I don't know why I keep thinking about other examples, but have you seen Bullet Train with another Brad Pitt film? Brad Pitt's
Hmm.
in Ocean's 11, but it was the guy who was in Atlanta, who played
Hmm.
Alfred, and I was really disappointed because I really like his other work, but for some reason in the Bullet Train movie where he plays like the brother of Aaron Taylor Johnson, the two of them, and they're like
Okay.
assassins. And I think his name was like Orange in the movie. His accent was terrible. It was not good. I did not like it. But these are small critiques. They're not
Yeah,
really that
fair.
big on the story. But it's just when an accent's really bad, I just like can't get out of it.
Oh
Basically,
yeah,
I'm just
no, no,
like,
it can ruin it for
mhm.
sure. I think but back in the 90s when they were giving Keanu Reeves whatever he wanted,
Oh
they
yeah.
did he did a Dracula movie where apparently his accent was horrible too.
Yes, it
Uh,
was. It
yeah.
was. I had to watch that. I had to watch that in school for in my senior year when we read Bram Stoker's Dracula
Mm.
in AP English Lit. I didn't have to add the AP. That was but hey, I was a
Hey,
model
hey,
student.
low key though, low key.
I might low key be a model student, you know?
AP is advanced placement for
Yeah.
you peons at home.
Peons is in Europeans.
No, peons is in like a lower person than you. I don't know. Like
Oh, oh, I
it's
thought that was
like
like a slang term for Europeans that you were gonna use.
oh no,
That
it's an insult. I,
I,
I
I'm
think I think that's what it means at least.
I'm gonna start using that for Europeans. I'm gonna be like, you peon, dude. But if I did mention it was English lit, and I don't know what a word means, so that clearly that's not a glowing endorsement, but still,
Your
I'm still learning. I'm living and I'm learning.
your teacher failed. Objective failure
Hmm.
on their part. Um, Another one we have written down. Want to talk about Reservoir Dogs? Reservoir Dogs?
Reservoir Dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've just been talking about it. I feel like you can go into I haven't seen Reservoir Dogs in a while, but they do
Okay.
use like the names of their code names are all colors. It's Mr. Blue, Mr. Pink, Mr. White, Mr. Blonde, and Quentin Tarantino. It's his first movie, and he's been talked to death. And I don't want to come over or come across as like a film bro as derogatory parentheses. you know, incredible flick, really great score, but I'm kind of biased because
Mhm.
a lot of the scores like 70s like and Jerry Rafferty is in a few of the songs and
Okay.
him and I were born in the same town in Scotland, so I really like his stuff. But yeah, just incredible film and the wardrobes, like oh my God, all of them wearing the tuxes, the suits, the black and white suits, it looks so sick and it's so well done and it's really really cool. So y'all should check it out.
Okay. Um, I guess yeah, Heat,
Mm,
which
classic.
is Come on. I think that's definitely one. If you take anything from this, definitely go sit down and watch
Mhm.
Heat. Um, who's the director for that
Shoot, yeah, we should probably know that actually.
was Michael Mann.
Michael Mann. Okay.
It's De Niro, Pacino, like
Hmm.
Val Kilmer. Like I don't think you need to hear anything past De Niro, Pacino.
Right.
Like playing opposite of each other. You have these two like just methodical, calculating, cold men who are just on the opposite sides of the law. You have a detective and a career criminal, and they're fighting a mental and physical battle against each other for the entire film, and it's super dark, it's brooding. Like it gives you that feeling of like you don't really know which one you want to root for
Hmm.
because they're both just so compelling. And I think when a story can do that to you, like that's what like makes an excellent film an excellent film. And I it just it's chef's kiss. So I don't want to say too much, obviously. Just no spoilers here, but definitely definitely go check that one out.
Yeah.
Heat,
It's a classic. It's
1995.
incredible.
Hmm. Uh, More recent, there's Now You See Me, the magic one.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. I
Like,
watched the third one's coming out soon this
yeah,
year. But yeah.
it's like you would think like, oh, like magic, like that's for kids, like it's tropey, but like that shit is like super entertaining, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's just it's not over, it's not overdone
Hmm.
to a point where it's like, oh, that's just ridiculous. Like maybe if you're like a super pessimist, maybe, but I think if you're there to watch a movie, like it does what it's supposed to do for me. I don't know. Like
100%, dude. I
the characters are different enough from each other where they work well as a team. Like there's a good like funny and emotional dynamic outside of all the magic and robbery stuff as well. No, I think I don't think I saw the second one, but now that we're on here talking about it, probably should check it out for the
Mhm.
third. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I really liked it because of the aspect of uh you trying to it's one of those movies where while it's going, you're trying to figure out like wait, okay, all right. So by the second one, you realize like, okay, they're gonna do some fuck shit, they're gonna do some bullshit, and then they're gonna magic their way out of this situation. And so beforehand, you're like, what are they gonna do? How are they
Yeah.
gonna hide? How are they gonna
Yep.
deceive? How are they gonna cover up and get out of this one, you know?
Hmm.
And the saying it out loud, it sounds kind of simple, but I feel like you really just have to see it. And then
Hmm.
Jesse Eisenberg is as annoying and like like he carries a lot of that energy into most of
Hmm.
his films. Annoying in like an endearing way, but
Hmm.
I don't want to disparage or shit on Jesse Eisenberg. I don't want to cause any more beef right now. We've obviously set out a target of AI, but Jesse Eisenberg, like social network vibe,
Dude,
yeah, sort of
Jesse Eisenberg, friend of the podcast, by
friend,
the
a
way.
friend of
Like,
the show,
no, no,
a friend, an acquaintance, and a
Jesse,
colleague.
you know, there's no beef. We'll have you on here, you know, at some point, you know, like,
Wait, once we can fit you in, like
you
in our
know,
schedule.
have your guy call our guy, like, you know
Yeah.
how this shit
Yeah,
works.
you know how
Like,
to
yeah,
reach us, so.
no,
And then there's Dave Franco in it, I think. And then Morgan Freeman too. Morgan Freeman is
Morgan Freeman
great.
does make an appearance in there
Hmm.
that is Dave Franco kind of fell off the face of the map.
Yeah.
What did he do? He did
He didn't
something.
do
Oh,
anything.
it was I
It
don't
was his
know. He didn't.
brother,
His brother did something.
James Franco.
I
Yeah.
just oh right. Okay.
Yeah.
James Franco was the one with the allegations,
The
no?
weird sex stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
weird sex. Oh, okay, okay.
Hmm.
Okay, my bad. Dave. My bad.
Yeah, Dave literally had nothing to do with it. It's just the fact that like, oh, Dave Franco, he's always been known as James Franco's little brother.
Hmm.
So he must be doing some fuck shit by
Yeah.
proxy or guilt by association, you know? So
That's
poor
funny.
Dave, man. I
Yeah.
saw him in the clip of I'm obsessed with Zoe Kravitz. So I saw one of the clips of Seth Rogen's new show, the Studio, I think
Oh,
it's called, on like
I,
Apple
I haven't
TV.
peeped. No.
And he's like this Hollywood executive. And then there's one scene where they're supposed to do like this big like business presentation, but Seth Rogen insisted on having an old Hollywood party. So he was the look on Kai's face. Hopefully the camera picks that up, but Kai's face that he made after that was
Yo,
gold. But
old Hollywood themed party is crazy.
but and then you say like old Hollywood, and then you're just like, what does that mean? And then that was the whole point of the problems that ensue, because according to Seth Rogen, it
Yo,
means
old Hollywood was like Hitler's not that bad, guys.
old Hollywood. Yeah, so
Well, old Hollywood was like immigrants cannot work here.
Irish or Italian, get out. That yeah, that basically if you weren't a wasp, you were exiled. But anyway, by old Hollywood, in Seth Rogen's mind, he was like, "Oh, let's put a shit ton of drugs in the food and not tell anyone."
Recording in progress.
All right.
Okay.
Um, I want to finish the what's it called? The studio story. Yeah.
Zoe Kravitz. Start from the
Yeah.
top, maybe,
All right.
or start from like the middle. I'll try to parse it best. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so basically we were talking about like old Hollywood and stuff. And after that, with the hors d'oeuvres that were just laid out on the table without any labels or anything, she starts snacking on like the chocolate that's just out. And then she eats like four or five of them. And then it turns out that like there's like a hero's dose of, I don't know if there is a hero's dose of mushrooms. I haven't dabbled in psychedelics like that, but like
What's a hero's dose in general? I don't
a
think I've
hero's
heard that.
a hero's dose of like LSD or ecstasy or something like that is like a crazy high concentration of the drug itself. So like people will go to Burning Man and they do like a hero's dose of LSD, like
Okay.
psychedelics.
Okay.
And mushrooms is psychedelic too. So I don't know if there's a hero's dose of mushrooms,
Mhm.
but basically
It
she
was a
did
lot.
that.
It was a lot.
Mhm. A lot, yeah. And she did that five separate times. So basically she's like tripping balls like throughout the whole party sequence. And then the next morning, they all had to do like this business presentation for the studio. So they're all on shrooms, like doing the presentation. And Dave Franco, the way I was connecting this was Dave Franco is in the studio as well. And then he was the one who was like going crazy on and then he knew that old Hollywood, because Seth Rogen told him what old Hollywood was. He knew that there was crazy amounts of shrooms in the food.
Mhm.
So they're all just basically like tripping out and they're panicking, and it's like a nightmare trip scenario. Like, and then you have to do like a massive important like business
Dude,
meeting presentation in front of an audience.
Seth Rogen as your trip advisor is like bottom five trip advisors ever, probably, dude. That guy like just gives like such like asshole, like
Really?
like funny asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause, like, I could tell like Seth Rogen like he mellowed out as an adult. Like and we know like funny Seth from like his movies
Hmm.
like Step Brothers and shit like that, right?
No, he wasn't in
That's
Step Brothers.
who was Step Brothers? What does
Will
he?
Ferrell and
Oh,
John
dude, yeah,
C.
okay, yeah,
Riley.
my bad.
Super bad.
Like Neighbors,
Yeah.
Super bad, yeah. But I've heard him speak about his like college experience where like I'm pretty sure that dude was an asshole at college. Like he was like
Yeah,
like a frat asshole. Oh, like
yeah.
the interview. Yeah, like stuff like that. Like so
Oh, the interview, yeah.
I'm not convinced that he's a great guy.
In the interview, he's like trying to fuck this one like the North Korean military advisor girl.
Oh,
Oh
is
my
he?
God.
I do
Yeah.
not remember that shit, bro.
I watched the interview recently, actually.
I
Yeah.
just peeped. The interview dropped in 2014, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's low-key a deep cut at this point.
And then it's a decade old now. What the fuck? We are hitting Unk status. You light my fire. I feel
Do
alive.
you remember
Girl, you let me up. Yeah, but I remember the interview because I remember Christmas 2014. I got like the did I get the PS4? I got the PS4. I got all my games. I got 2K, I got Call of Duty, I got everything. And the North Koreans decided to hack into the PlayStation Network because it was a Sony produced movie. And so they wanted to mess with Sony's profits during Christmas. And then I wasn't able to hop on the game until like the next day. And so, fuck
Dude,
the
crazy get back from Kim Jong-un.
yeah.
Dude, I'm looking at the movie on Google. They had Randall Park play
Yeah,
Kim
Jimmy Woo.
Jong-un. That's funny as fuck. Dude,
Jimmy Woo is a deep cut as
shout
well.
out Randall Park. Jimmy Woo, who's that character?
I
Is that the fresh off the boat character?
um no, I think I don't even know if it was a character of his. I just remember it was a meme like senior year of high school that his name is Randall Park, but for some
Yeah.
reason everyone called him Jimmy Woo. It was probably racist now I look back on it. But maybe there was a character that maybe could you Google that?
Yeah,
Was there a character that was Jimmy
no.
Woo?
It wasn't. This isn't racism.
Okay.
He played Jimmy Woo in Ant-Man.
Yeah, yeah, Jimmy Woo and
It was
Ant-Man.
from Ant-Man.
Yeah. And but he was great and from what I've seen of Fresh Off the Boat. I think he's
Oh yeah,
great. Like
dude.
he's been really good.
Fresh off the boat is like pretty fucking funny to be
Yeah.
honest.
Hmm.
Like if you want like if you're into like the family style sitcom type of
Hmm.
deal, like it's
Immigrant Experience as
mm-hmm.
well. It's
Yeah,
like
it's a funny show for that for sure. Um, what's the Hudson Yang is the main child actor in that. He was
yeah.
pretty good. He's our age now, yeah. Um,
Was he the one that was like really into like hip hop and like basketball and stuff?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. He
mhm,
was funny.
yeah. So just like a wrapper upper, our heist movie recommendations:
Oh, yeah, that's good.
American Animals,
Hmm.
Ocean's 11. I don't think we
Yes.
touched on this, but The Italian Job.
Yeah, bang.
Like Dylan, quick jib about that. I don't know.
um Bunch of like British like all walks of life like wealthy dudes like all different economic backgrounds British 60s and they decide to plan and execute a heist in the
Dude,
Italian
and
northern Italian countryside
they
and
trap out the fucking Mini Coop, bro.
they trap out the Mini Coop, yeah,
They're in Mini Coops doing
yeah.
crazy shit. It's
Hmm.
go watch
And
that.
it's super good. And it's Michael Caine as well. Like Michael Caine,
There you go.
Alfred in Batman, Michael Caine. Oh, Michael Caine doesn't need any introduction,
Yeah,
but
there you go.
incredible. Michael
Um,
Caine.
Now You See Me.
Hmm.
The Usual Suspects. Did I say anything about that? I don't think
No.
so. Kevin Spacey mindfuck type movie. Um, it's like it's I don't know how to say without saying too much. It's a story of misdirection. It's a story of chaos. It's it's really intriguing. Like you think I don't you think you know what's happening, you don't know what's happening. You just
Hmm.
have to watch it through the fucking end. Great, great movie. One of the best ending scenes I think ever. Like one of the most
Really?
iconic ending scenes too. Yeah, the limp walk.
I haven't seen it, so
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
have to check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah.
There's Reservoir Dogs, there's Heat.
Yeah. Baby
We
Drive. I
we
added
said
Baby Driver
we
later.
said Baby Driver.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Hmm.
Focuses on the getaway man for a crew of robbers with a interesting backstory of his own. Good flick. And then we said Over the Hedge as well.
Yeah.
Um, so that's our movie portion for today. And we're gonna move on now to talking about a bit more of a modern,
Contemporary
yeah, contemporary
thing.
issue that we've been kind of noticing in our own social media habits, our own social media consumption. One of the bigger trends that I think
It's
pop
crazy that it's
is
even a trend.
yeah, pop popular or relevant to young men um in America today, which is this thing called looksmaxxing. And
Yeah, the way you're looking, it's like you're looking at your notes. It's like looks maxing. I
okay.
don't know what. Yeah, he knows what it is. We both know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Looksmaxxing and this guy clavicular.
who is leading the charge? I
Yeah.
guess in the looks
One of
maxing
the
space.
main heads for that. But
Mm-hmm.
basically for those who maybe don't know, I think most of us probably do.
Mm-hmm.
But looksmaxxing is this idea of kind of building up to your what I don't know all the
Aesthetic potential,
aesthetic potential, like your physical
physical
making
appearance.
your physical appearance, like building it up to its best peak, or
Mm-hmm.
like doing
Maximizing. Yeah.
um so that includes like eating a certain way, like exercising, whatnot, maybe.
That's what they call soft maxing.
And exactly, and
Yeah.
that's like
Mm-hmm.
the like baseline level of it, and then
Yeah.
it
Like being a normal person that wants to improve themselves. Yeah.
but it the looks mixing thing like really focuses on like certain parts of the body, certain
Hmm.
practices of like making sure your cheeks look a certain way, or
Yeah.
your skin is like super flawless and whatnot. But it's all tied to like a you're building towards like a goal, or um like a maximum, like it looks maxing.
Right.
Which is I think they describe as like the Chad or something.
Yeah, there's different, there's a tier list. Yeah.
There's a pinnacle, and there are tiers. Like this is like such a like not complex maybe, but like there's so much like vocabulary involved in like these ideas and these processes that it's a world in of itself almost.
Yeah.
um and we were talking about how it definitely preys on and it exploits like the basic insecurities
Hmm.
that a lot of young men face, like, oh, I feel like I should look a certain way. Like I don't get the attention I want. So it's because of this. Like it gives them something to kind of like fall back
Strive
on.
towards.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Hmm.
Because I was speaking to Sala about this, and I think it's almost like a reaction to hustle culture and like red pill
Hmm.
culture. Because you think about hustle culture, it's basically like what I said to Sala was like it's like a seventh grader or like a 12-year-old's understanding of Scarface. You know what I mean? Like you take all the wrong messages from Tony Montana and Pacino in that movie, which you should also check out. Really good flick. And he basically says in the film, he's like, first you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the women. and the women is the thing that they strive towards the most. That's like the pinnacle. And so
Mhm.
that's where I feel like looks maxing deviates from hustle culture. They want to X out or substitute the whole money thing and the power thing. They just want they're too lazy to actually improve and really hustle and work in a capitalist system and get as much bread as possible. And they want to like as a reaction to it, they just want to improve their physical appearance, and then they
Mhm.
place an incredible or insane amount of importance of in how they look, you
Mhm.
know? So
Because
I think it's almost a reaction or a rejection of hustle red pill culture.
and I think because I think actually the two maybe go hand in hand more so
Yes.
than like
Hmm.
they as opposed to being like opposed to each other, just because like I think part of like the looks maxing thing is that having money, being successful, even like being a good person, like that isn't enough. Like
Hmm.
because like it establishes that your value, your inherent value, or there's value tied to the way that you look. So
Hmm.
even if you can accomplish all these other things, if you're not a certain height,
Right. Yeah.
if your hair is a certain way, if you if your fucking nose is at a certain angle, then
Yeah.
they like say then like
It's over.
yeah,
It's
like
over for you. You can't, you're done.
you're not able to look like the Chad. You're not able to
Right.
look as good as you're supposed to be able to
Mhm.
look, which like is just so I don't know. It's that mentality just like creates a trap in of
Mhm.
itself. And I think what Dylan and I have agreed on is that there seems to be like some sort of connection between this like idea of looks maxing and conservatism,
Yeah.
because one of the like main leaders in this trend or movement is this guy named Clavicular.
Borderline neo-Nazi at this
Yeah,
point, you know? Like,
exactly. And
yeah.
like this is a character who is like regularly on like live streaming platforms,
Hmm.
just
Kick and
proliferating,
Rumble, I
yeah,
think. Yeah.
just like, racist
The
ideas,
places you go if like you say
mhm,
like hate speech, you know?
like
Yeah.
misogynistic
Hmm.
ideas.
Yeah.
And he has a massive following that taps into these lives. But then also because of how social media works today, there is like a huge incentive to like take clips of from his streams and take clips of the interviews that he does and just like spam them onto social media because it gets engagement because it's provocative.
Hmm.
Even if half the
Gets the people going.
yeah, even if half the comments are like, "Oh, this is stupid," blah blah blah, or disagreeing with it, you're still engaging with the ideology, you know, like you're still legitimizing it by engaging with the discourse, like we are right now, pretty much, you know.
Hmm.
And
Exactly.
I think it's I kind of lost my point there, but I was saying I think it's tied to the conservative like fantasy of like
Yes.
something being taken from them,
Hmm.
something that's theirs that they should have that they don't, and it's not their own fault, it's someone else's fault, and they're angry about it, you know.
Yeah. Hmm.
I think that's where a lot of it comes from.
Yeah. Because I mean, I want to just piggyback off your point off your point that I love how people would always say that as the natural
In
like thing in
class,
call in
yeah.
class and be like, let me piggyback on you real quick, let me jump on your back and and ride you for a few minutes but you know but one of these like one of the this guy is fucking crazy like there's so much lore behind it and I almost like there's so much to talk about, and I hate that I know this much about this dude, but There was one clip that I saw where people were because people will ask him to give ratings all the time, like, oh, rate me, rate me. Like, obviously, you're this looks maxing expert. I want to know what tier I'm in, what number objectively I would be on the 10 scale. So one of the people on his streams asked, like, oh, what would you rate Marlon? And Marlon is another streamer who's known for his appearance, known for his looks, and very handsome, mind you. And they basically asked, "Oh yeah, rate Marlon," and then he goes, he's like, "Oh, I'm better looking than Marlon." It leads into, and then people are like, "Why are you better looking than Marlon?" And then he's like, "Oh, because he's black." And then
Hmm.
you just see that's where it's sort of rooted in. It's sort of rooted
Hmm.
in like these whites. And then when you go deeper into the forums, I'm sure you'll see some white
Marlon,
supremacists
by the
like,
way, is like handsome as fuck, by the way. Like
exactly.
just
Yeah.
like objectively just good looking dude. And it's
Hmm.
it's not like Clavicular is like ugly or anything. Like
Hmm.
it's just that like his ideas surrounding beauty and his ideas surrounding like
It's like
how
eugenics
looks
territory, and
it's
it's
just so
like
twisted, yeah.
old and disproven like race science that
Hmm.
like these people that are deep in the forums will talk about. And then you're just like just essentially like propelling or not fully like they don't wear their heart on their sleeve about it. They're more
Hmm.
like covert in their
Hmm.
white supremacist harmful ideology. So
Like
it's just this whole thing.
and there are like
Like,
all sorts of like dog whistles, like
yes, yeah.
something that like the like people like to say is like, oh, like I'm a chud, or like I'm a sensitive young man, like
Yeah.
if like things like that. It's
Hmm.
like bro, like no, you're not. You're a fucking loser who doesn't want to like take responsibility for their own fucking problems, bro.
Yeah.
That
Accountability
like
is
yeah, like
huge. Yeah.
that's what it is.
Lack
Like
of accountability.
yeah.
And then inceldom, like I was just thinking about this because with chuds and like incels and
And
incel, for those that don't know,
I
it's
think
like,
we should explain chud. I feel like
yeah,
incel
chud.
is well known, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because chud comes from if I might be incorrect in saying this, but it comes from the it's an acronym and it comes from this sci-fi movie that came out in like the 80s. And then I think it stands for uh cannibalistic human underground
Yeah.
dweller.
Yeah.
And I don't know its roots in the movies, but basically a chud is like I don't know if I can define a chud per se. I feel like it was just someone that's like pathetic, like
Yeah.
lonely,
I'm
ugly,
gonna
you know,
this is like
nothing to
th
do with cannibalism or
this is
anything.
like
Yeah.
the image that
Chud
comes
Jack,
up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like that's used to like represent like this idea, and like you could see like even in this picture like it's a guy wearing glasses, like he has this like a very like recessed chin,
Hmm.
like
The maxilla is
yeah,
or
like he's drawn to be like
yeah,
looking angry and upset, and it's like it just propels like these ideas, and it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like
yeah.
you call yourself a chud, you call yourself a loser, and like
A true
that's
cell and
yeah,
all these
like
things.
yeah, I think true cell is like what
An
do you
actual incel. A true cell is someone that
okay,
is
yeah.
like an incel and is stuck in their situation and they can't do anything about it. And then a fake cell is someone who LARPs, and
Yeah.
LARP is an acronym for live action role play or pretend. And,
Hmm.
I can't believe this
Yeah,
is
I
what
know
we're talking
it's crazy, but I mean
and that I
we're
know so much about it.
breaking it down for him, breaking it down for him.
Right, right. But basically, a fake cell is someone that LARPs as a true cell or someone that's like bound by their circumstances or the situation.
Hmm.
They're too ugly, they're too unappealing to women or whatever preferred sex or their sexual orientation.
Like
And
an example of like how these people think is like maybe if you're like there's a guy who is 5'3" and is upset with the way that he looks like in the face.
Hmm.
Like he's never had a girlfriend. He doesn't have many friends. Like he can't relate to a lot of other people outside of his family. He's just not very well adapted socially.
Yeah.
Like that guy is gonna describe himself as an incel. He's gonna say, "I've never had a girlfriend. I'm a like middle-aged man and I'm still a virgin." Like blah blah blah, and it's all of this. And he thinks that he's a true self because all these things are true about his life. And you might compare that to someone who I don't know is just a bit more like they're physically a bit more developed. They're like average height, average looking,
Yeah.
like blah blah blah. But maybe like something in their life like didn't go right once, and they have like mental
Hmm.
issues, and they get down on themselves,
Yeah.
and blah blah blah, and they're angry, partially rightfully so, but they're not angry. They don't know how to direct that anger. They don't have good
Right.
emotional regulation, and they for those reasons haven't really had a relationship with the opposite sex. They don't have many friends. They're not socially well adapted either. The first guy I described, we'll call the second guy a fake cell
Yeah.
because the second guy, in theory, if he fixed himself, the first guy thinks that because he's not short, he's not ugly, he should be able to get a girl. Right? Because they tie everything to how you look
Look.
physically.
Yeah.
Like they tie it all to that. It's not about how you act. It's not about what you know.
Your
It's not, yeah,
character.
it's not about how negative and how much self-loathing is in your head. It's all about how you look,
Hmm.
you know? So the 5'3" guy thinks, well, you're 5'10", women love you, you know? And
Yeah.
it is like, bro, like that is not how
It's
the world
reductive
works. Like that is
and
not how
yeah.
anything works. But
Hmm.
like I'm trying to explain to you guys, like this is legitimately how they think.
Yeah.
Like
Getting into the mind
yeah.
of a looksmaxxing uh
And
incel.
like I can imagine like when you think like that, like it's it's easy to become depressed
Hmm.
and get stuck like that, you know?
It's like
Like
confirmation bias
yeah,
and
exactly.
self-fulfilling prophecy and
Hmm.
all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
You become
so
what you feed your mind.
yeah, and I really just like like when I see guys like clavicular and blah 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 and like I just feel bad for them, you
Me
know?
too. Me
It's
too.
like I feel genuinely like so sorry for you that you like feel this way.
Hmm.
And I'm upset at how you react to it because you're being a fucking asshole. But I still, even through your assholeness, like I feel bad for you. And like I really wish that there was like some way to like help these people if more effectively, you know?
Yeah.
Because like I think there has been like zin in.
I was hoping the camera wouldn't catch that, but you called it out.
um
Zin break, Zin alert.
wait,
Upper decky pilly.
wait. Zin hasn't sponsored us yet, so that's
Oh
actually
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah. Yo,
that's an
redacted.
undisclosed
Redacted.
undisclosed nicotine pouch.
Redacted.
Oh my God. But I was just saying that like I wish there was a legitimate way to help these guys because
Mhm.
there's been this like recent trend and wave of men's mental health is important.
Yeah.
Men need to talk to each other, blah blah blah. But it's like, bro, like you're letting your homie go down the fucking right wing pipeline.
Hmm.
Like you're letting your homie like call himself Chud, and you're like
Unironically.
and you're like sending each other like incel memes about how much you fucking like hate women and
Hmm.
like we're like this shit like genuinely like begins to change how you think about the world. Like
Yeah.
you think you're joking around, but I don't think it's a joke, you know? Like
Hmm.
it's like I'll see something on Instagram and I'll think, oh, like that's kind of dark, but it's funny enough. And then you like open the comments and everyone is like, or not everyone, but like you see these viral comments that are like obviously taking it like very seriously or like commenting how much they relate to it or how much like it reminds them of like something that's happening in their real life. And it's like, all right, like if you can't draw the line at like, okay, this is a joke, then like you should not be engaging with that stuff because
Right.
it's just not good for your mental, you know?
Hmm.
And like that's why I mean I don't spend a crazy amount of time on TikTok or I don't spend any time on TikTok anymore just because it's so easy to go down those rabbit holes and like
You
on
wouldn't get caught up in an incel like
that
rabbit. You wouldn't.
that's
You.
true though.
I don't think you'd
Yeah.
get caught up in that.
It
But
is, but it's like
it goes. Yeah.
but like when you see a couple that are like funny and you like them and and then the algorithm like shows you a few more that just like are
Hmm.
not fucking funny at all and you're just like
Oh yeah.
yo like
Yeah. Wait.
I'm not like
This is not me, bro.
that.
All right. You're behind enemy lines,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
That happens. That'll
Yes.
happen for
Or
sure.
like behind it I love the term behind enemy lines for like
Yeah.
on the algorithm like because sometimes I'll see this is me being just real with you guys right now.
Yeah.
Like sometimes like I'll see the memes that are from uh like a woman's perspective and
Hmm.
it's like
Me too. Me too.
it's
Yeah.
like I don't know, like shitting on guys or like being like something that like reminds me of something that might have happened to me or the way I feel sometimes. And I like feel myself like getting upset by it and then I'm like, "Wait a minute. I'm on Instagram fucking Reels, bro. Like take a deep breath."
It's
Like
serious though. That happens. And you do need to take a breath and
yeah.
pause and be like, this is manufactured outrage for clicks. Like this is
Exactly. I
exactly
was like,
what
this is what they
this
want
is
from
what they
me. This
want
is
me to
what they
do.
want.
I have to rage against the machine
It's like,
right
no,
now.
actually, this is fucking funny. You're not tricking me.
Then you go full, it's like full schizo, and it's like this is a covert operation in order to target me.
You're like looking at your phone's camera, like, I see you in there. I know what you're doing.
The government, Mossad. No, I'm playing. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Netanyahu's gonna cancel the podcast, bro.
No, no. Those Israeli Labubu checks are not gonna come in. I'm sorry. I think of the Labubu rave in Tel Aviv, and I just associate Labubus with Israel and
Oh,
Dubai chocolate and all that.
yeah.
Spiritually Israeli is another commonly used term in online
Okay.
vernacular, but Free
Yeah.
Palestine till it's backwards. I don't think we. Yeah,
Absolutely, absolutely.
yeah,
I don't think we should describe things as spiritually Israeli either. I don't want to get into
yeah,
that
yeah. True,
territory.
true. That's fair. Yeah, yeah. It's the Israeli government. We have,
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes,
yeah. It's
yes.
the Israeli government.
Yeah. Anywho, what
What
else
else do we
do
want
we
to
have?
touch
Do we
on?
have anything else?
I could talk about this will incriminate me more since I feel like we've been doing that periodically throughout,
Hmm.
but not to a heinous degree, but I could talk about the tier
My bad.
itself. The tiers, do you know them?
Oh yeah, you have like low tier normie,
Low
high
tier normie,
high
mid
tier
tier normie,
mid
high
tier norm.
tier. Yes. And
It
then
does it go Chad Light?
Chad Light and then Chad.
Fucking hate myself for knowing
And then there's and then
that.
there's
Does it
and
go
then
Chad
there's
Light? Does it go like you don't fucking know?
and then is there mid?
Um,
No, no, not mid. There's subhuman. I
I
know
th
subhuman is really bad.
I think an under low tier normie is sub five, I think.
Sub five, and then it's sub three, and then it's subhuman,
Yeah.
which subhuman just seems like ableist and like just inherently like subhuman. Calling someone subhuman just doesn't sit right with me at all. regardless of what you look like. Calling someone subhuman is just the most heinous, awful way to
Bad,
describe
bro.
someone. But
Describing yourself as a low tier normie is fucked up. Like,
there was a guy, I saw a video of a guy who's like 6'6", and he's like, I'm LT. He did this unironically. He's like, because obviously, like, you'll film stuff, like, you'll mess around and you'll like do things like, oh, let's do a get ready with me before the bar, right? But like in college, and then he does it, but
I've done that.
yeah, exactly. Like you'll just like you'll post funny stupid shit and it's like whatever, but he fully does it like unironically. He does it before he's going to the bar. He's like, I'm 6'6". But the thing is that I'm LTN, so I need to accommodate for that. So I'm 6'6", but I still wear heel inserts. I wear Riz soles. So he wears those inserts in their shoes and he's 6'10" at the bar in order to compensate for being a low tier normie. And he says that with full earnest. Like
Oh.
I'll have to see if I find the video. But I was also thinking a way that we could improve it just marginally is if we link stuff in the description that we're discussing
Oh,
or
yeah,
we're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about, so the audience can access
Yeah,
it if
so
they so please.
watch out for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah, and I think yeah, just to conclude, I mean, I don't know. We didn't really make any like crazy conclusions in this. It was mostly just us yapping about our observations
Yeah.
and just how fucked it
Oh,
all is.
Clav ran a dude over. You see that?
No.
You didn't? Oh,
Saw him get choked out. That was pretty satisfying. I think I sent that in a few of our group chats.
yeah.
That
There,
was nice. It was like this jujitsu clip
oh yeah,
of
yeah.
the looksmaxxing character clavicular we were just describing. He like posted like an open challenge because like part of the looksmaxxing thing and the conservatism is
Hmm.
like what it means to be a man. And like
Right.
you
Of
got to be you got
course.
to be masculine and you got
Yeah.
to tell women what to do and
Hmm.
beat people up and be angry all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Um so and part of that I guess which is like connected to the whole Andrew Tate thing is like the whole blood sport thing. Like they're all into like MMA, boxing, jujitsu, which like okay, yeah, you should be able to defend yourself, but like they're not doing that shit because they want to defend themselves. They're doing that shit because they want to know how to hurt people. Like
Yeah.
just to be completely honest. And anyway, clavicular like has been getting into jujitsu, and he posted like, "Yo, come roll with me." And obviously, some people hopped on that fucking opportunity because a lot of these conservative guys love to like sit behind a keyboard and talk about how tough they are and
Hmm.
how they beat so and so's ass and would beat your ass and then never back it up. So Clavicular said like I'm handing out smoke, and he had to fucking lay on that map and get choked out
He just gave his back up. Like
while
if
a
you
guy while a guy is saying, so what's my tier? What's my tier?
saying sweet nothing into his ears. But the thing is if you've ever done jujitsu or MMA or mixed martial arts before, you know for a fact, or wrestling even, like the number one rule is to never give up your back. As soon as you give up your back, it's more than an uphill climb with a skilled roller, because it's like it's almost like a Sisyphus situation with no matter what you do, if you give up the back, it's over. And like he gave up his back within like 5 or 10 seconds, like that. Because I mean, he says himself like he was not that sporty. He's not like, and then another weird thing about clavicular is like he has no interests out, which it could
Mm,
be really harmful too. Because if you just inundate your
yes.
mind with all of this looks maxing stuff, and that's all you can talk about or care about, it's just like very scary and sad that prospect. Like you were saying earlier, how you just feel bad for them,
Hmm.
and if because like you see it in his conversation, he'll always find a way to pivot back to, like looks maxing because that's all he cares about. That's all. So he's probably never had experience with like rest or hardly had any experience with wrestling and rolling. So he
Hmm.
just put himself on like a fool's errand. I don't understand why he decided to try and prove himself in that sphere, that space. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was just crazy, man.
Yeah.
But he did run somebody over. On Christmas Eve, there was a guy who was harassing him, and fair enough, that's like not cool. It's harassing, stalking, whatever. But he comes and then he jumps on the hood of his car in a parking lot, and then he decides to just instead of like mediating the situation, he runs the guy over. And so he's now facing like charges and
Oh
everything
wow.
like
Okay.
that. And he'll probably get off though because it's in Florida. But we're running out of time here, so I can't fully divulge into that story. But just many other hijinks, and we just want to say that looks maxing bad.
Yeah, looks maxing, super
Looks
bad.
smacking. Ooh,
Looks smacking, blah 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 blah
LOL.
blah blah. Blah.
I
Looks
got maxing.
maxing, very bad. Don't
Yeah,
don't do that. Don't engage in
mhm,
that. Be happy, smile,
yeah,
watch a movie,
right.
watch
This
a
is a
heist,
good. This is a good way
watch
to close
a
things out.
heist